Hello, my name is McLaughlin, and I'm here for a few minutes just to give you my thoughts on mentoring as a developmental topic for organisations and for personal growth. I've been involved with the 30% Club for many years now, and have had the joy of seeing people develop and grow under this programme, both mentors and mentees. I think one of the things that is sometimes forgotten is that the mentors get as much out of it as the mentees. Mentors are encouraged to share their experience in order to stimulate the mentee, to stimulate their ambition and to stimulate their competence. It's not a question of giving advice, and certainly we ask people to steer away from that. But what we do encourage them to do is to have an approach, an intention of equality and respect for each other. Indeed, warmth. I think warmth is pretty important. And it's the relationship itself that facilitates the growth. That's kind of hard to really understand, but it's not about giving advice. It's about encouragement. It's about listening, and that's very, very important. The attention is probably one of the more important aspects of all of these types of encounters. And of course, that quality of attention will help an executive in almost any aspect of their work. Open questions, being curious about the person's experiences, their challenges, the issues that they're dealing with, is the content of the sessions, and with the intention of growth, of respect, of equality, with the attention of good quality listening, of picking up on things that are important, asking people why that's important to them, what they could do about it, what their thoughts are about it. It's a very gentle process, but in my experience, there is no other process in management or executive development that can yield as good a quality results in as short a period of time. So I would encourage you to participate. It is a reflective space, and there's a lot of evidence out there from research that just getting into that reflective space with another person gives both parties times to reflect on what they're doing, why they're doing it, what's next, and what's most important, the values in their executive career. So from me, I would say, please look at it with an open mind. I would encourage you to participate, and I will tell you that it's a real solid investment of your time in your own sense of purpose. I think would be an important aspect in your own development, in your own learning and development. Thank you.
Mentoring is seen as a critical aspect of career development, and that's why it's endorsed by the 30% Club and offered in every one of our chapters. And we have been thrilled to partner with the IMI since we started in 2015. What makes our program different with the IMI is that it's complementary to, but separate from in-house mentoring programs. So there's an element of privacy, an element of separation. All our nominees are there because they are talent, whether they're mentors or mentees. And the cross-company aspect really makes the difference. So you're having an opportunity to learn from someone, not just from another company, but potentially from another industry. And that's where we see commonality of issues. It's also so much more than just the mentoring relationship. The program runs across a year with access to so many different aspects of the education profile offered through the IMI. And we're constantly looking at ways through our partnership to improve and to learn from the fabulous participants we've had in the past. But why is the mentoring philosophy so important to us within the 30% Club? Well, firstly, because it gives a really unusual opportunity to pause and reflect and to think about what we need in our careers. And often, even those of us who are progressing well, we're just too busy to take that time. I like to turn around and say that it's about being part of a conversation and having somebody to have a conversation with us, not necessarily with the answers, but framing the questions. In some ways, you could say you come to the mentoring program not to be fed, but to learn how to cook with someone who has tried the recipe already. It's also really important that our nominees are on the talent pipeline, because it's not about fixing faults, it's about finding strengths in those who have the potential and want to progress their careers. And it's not about changing the participants, it's about helping us all change the system or learn how to navigate through it. Ultimately, we are far more effective as performers in our work when we're able to adjust to thrive rather than having to change ourselves to survive. And that thrive mentality is what makes the mentoring program the success that it has grown to be to date.